Next up, we have 1955-56 Elmvale Lions Club Juvenile Hockey Team. 60 years ago, with only 10 skaters, 1 goaltender, and limited to natural ice, this team became Elmvale's first minor hockey team to win an Ontario championship. Their exceptional talent and steadfastness unleashed a desire for ensuing teams to aspire to. With this convincing inspiration, numerous Elmvale teams have followed their example and have been successful in capturing a provincial championship. It's with great pride that Springwater Sports Heritage inducts the 1955-56 Elmvale Lions Club Juvenile Hockey Team into the Springwater Sports Heritage Hall of Fame. With the following inductees join on the stage: Daryl Bateau, Gary Crow, posthumously Sharon Crow, his daughter; Percy Frankham, be represented by Ron Frankham, his son; Ron Frankham, representing himself; Joe Marley; Harry Rowley, manager, being represented by his daughter. Sorry, by Lois Draper, his daughter; Grant Ritchie; Howard Ritchie, Lions Club, will be represented by Jim Dixon, his grandson; Dennis Turner. Unable to attend will be John Cole, Borden Wheeler, the acting coach; and deceased Tom Copeland, Jack Fleming, Peter Steele, and Dave Stevens. 2 of our sponsors, Alan Priest and Powell Jones, and Paul Marley's of Sextons, representing 2 of our sponsors, will represent the team's awards. Would Alan and Paul proceed to the stage? Alan and Paul and Joe Marley will have remarks.
My name is Alan Priest. I'm a partner at Powell Jones Charity Accounts in Barrie, and we've always enjoyed being part of this organization. And I want to thank the committee and the township for putting on such a wonderful event, and all the time they spend to honor the teams, all the individual inductees, etc. I do want to say, this team obviously won their championship when, and I wasn't even born. But I do recognize, I do recognize a lot of the names from Elmvale, the Turners, Marleys, Ritchies, Steeles, Frankhams, and as I was sitting there thinking about maybe something I could say about the team, the one thing that crossed my mind was, I'm sure when the teams came to town to play these guys, soon, not long after they dropped the puck, I think the other team probably figured out they hadn't been invited to a Sunday school dance. Dan, this is probably the first Peter Street Bullies. So again, congratulations, guys, and a great accomplishment for you.
This team, Juvenile, is back in the day. They played on natural ice, and they traveled together in probably one vehicle just to get to the different towns. But they also set the bar for the other juvenile, Bantam, Pee Wee teams in Elmvale to proceed to have championship trophies. These guys are the first people that did it.
For those of you who are under 18, you might want to plug your ears here. Joe Marley.
Finally got a captain audience. They always say I always had too much to say and was too loud to say it. But there was a few people ahead of me here tonight. Imagine, 60 years ago. Can anybody remember 60 years ago? I know, it was cold. Thanks to the Springwater Hall Committee, having only 3 games they lost, the O.M.H.A. Championship, 1955-56. We played Elmvale, in Elmvale, natural ice. There was no juvenile teams around. We played Midland, we played Collingwood, we played Barrie, we played Perry Sound, we played Aurelia, and the only team to beat us was Barrie in Collingwood. So somebody must remember Darryl Sly played for Collingwood and he ended up going to the NHL. Then we went into the O.M.H.A. down the road to Toronto. Well, we were scared shitless. We only had 11 players. 2 didn't think we were much good. They went to play for Midland. Anyway, O.M.H.A was the team that we played. Now, O.M.H.A is just on the outskirts of Toronto. 2 games and they were gone. Then we had, our heads got a little swell. We thought, well, we're on our way. Away we go, down to Cooper. Now, Cooper is down by Madoc, which is like Crosby is Elmvale. We had to have our supper in Madoc, and then drive over to Cooper, which was the distance, I said, from Elmvale to Crosby. And we played in the Quants. He fired in center ice, but sat on the bench, and he scored. The puck hit the water puddle in front and right in the net. While sitting on the bench, he was counting the goal. 2 games, Cooper were gone. Now, we're into the finals against Ayr. That's down by Guelph. We thought, well, that's a little more our area, because we were getting a little bit swelled up a little bit better then. It only took us 4 games. 1 game in there we lost, but we cleaned up in 3 out of 5. And we have I think on here I got to mention a couple of our fans. Our fans down there really support us. They drove around, either taking us or supporting us. And one was Mel Barrett, the other was Al Beardsall. And thanks to Ernie Brown was down there to look after them, we all had a great time down there. When we won the championship in Elmvale, which was on a Saturday, we all cheered our thanks. Now, there's one thing I got to say. I want to thank you all for listening to my little malarkey, the history of our team that won the 60 years ago to put Elmvale on the map. Imagine, 11 players, and each one of these players are here tonight and are representatives of the ones that were on the team. When you get what you want and struggle for self, and Gary Bateman makes you a hockey player for a day, just grab a stick and go to the rink and see what the fans have to say. I thank you.